Hello everyone, I'm Denise from the University of Sewing, but I'm not at the University of Sewing today. I'm actually in my home studio. Dave and Margaret have asked me to share a little bit of where I like to sew, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Bernina's $100,000 Dream Studio sweepstakes. I kind of have mine. Wouldn't you like to have yours too? Let's take a little tour around and let's see what we've got here. I am in the basement of our house, and my husband likes to remind me that my studio space has grown over the years. He calls it encroaching. I remind him it's eminent domain, meaning it's for the greater good, dear, really, right? So come on over. Let me show you sort of where my Bernina history begins, and we'll go over this way. Before we get too far, talk a little bit about my ironing station here. This is just one of those 4-foot banquet tables that I've got the bed risers underneath the feet, so it's really sturdy. I've got a nice industrial iron. This happens to be the same one we use in the shop. If it's good enough for the tailored fit, it's going to be just fine in my sewing studio. It does have the hanging water reservoir, which is really convenient, guys. It's a little heavy, but it's a fantastic iron if you're looking for something. So come on over this way. I'll take you into what my husband calls the annex. There used to be a foosball table that lived here, but don't you think this is a better use of the space? I do. I've got my quilting books over here. I've got some fabric storage over here. I've got a nice big cutting surface here. This is great for, this little desk actually is a repurposed thing from the IU surplus store, and this is where my girls like to sew. The very first Bernina that I ever bought was my sweet little 1260. I bought her in 1997 at the encouragement of a dear aunt who was a wonderful seamstress and also a longtime Bernina lover. That's the one that my girls sew on now, and of course it's such a great little machine. It doesn't give them any trouble and will sew whatever they ask it to sew. Since joining the team at the University of Sewing a few years ago, I also acquired a couple new things to my sewing studio. This was one of the first ones. This is a Tula Pink 570. This has become my treat or class machine. And again, like all my others, whatever I throw at it, it'll handle beautifully. So let's go see what else I have. We say Berninas and maybe sewing machines in general are like potato chips. You can't have just one, at least I can't. So let's talk a little bit about the sewing studio giveaway that Bernina is offering. $100,000 worth of stuff, guys. It's Bernina, it's Bernette, it's Horn of America, it's Amanda Murphy things, it's OESD, so many things. And I want to show you how to find it to make sure that you enter. And it's got some cool things on their website that they're doing. You can design your own studio. You can see, remember my password here. Oh, shoot. You can see some celebrities studios and play with what they have. If you go to Bernina of America or just good old Bernina.com, and of course here's the top of my page. Here's our beautiful Kaufman machines. You can still pre-order those, guys. All kinds of fun things there, but right here in the middle, dream it, design it, win it, enter to win. So let's click on here and see what it's got for us. I don't know about you, but it's got my attention. I've already entered. So the cool thing about this is the Design Your Dream Studio space on it. It's a 3D studio planner. You can either go to a Sewist inspired studio or do your own. Let's go to this one and just see. Come on, computer, you have to play along. There we are. Let's see. We've got Amanda Murphy, Julian, Suki Sews, and a few others here. I'm a big fan of Amanda Murphy, so let's see what her studio looks like. It pops up the dimensions. It's also got all of the things that Amanda's got in her studio. Looks like she's got some Laura Star items, a fantastic red Bernina chair. And let's see if we can make this a little bigger. Not sure that that worked. There we go. Now watch this, guys. If I say I like Amanda's chair, but I wonder, would it fit over here? Just like that, I can test drive it. Or maybe I like this table, but does it fit over here? And so you can do this with the dimensions of your sewing room, with the things that you would love to have in your sewing room. Maybe that means a horn cabinet. Maybe that means a whole collection of horn cabinets to go with your collection of Berninas. Whatever it is, I would encourage you to enter, and then Dave can come and deliver some things for you. Wouldn't that be awesome? Let's finish the little tour of my little space here. So my, working at the University of Sewing, you bring things home, sometimes fabric, sometimes machines, a little bit of everything. I did also bring home a fantastic L890 serger. Those of you that know me even a little bit know that I am almost exclusively a quilter. So why would I have a serger? Why would I have a really, really cool serger? Well, because you can use it for some quilting things, but I will tell you, I've had sergers before. They just kind of sat there. I'd use them on occasion, but this one, I find projects to work on so that I can play with it because it is so cool to play with. It's actually, I should have emptied my little dustbin there, so I've been playing with it some more. My regular sewing machine that I use almost every day is an 880 Bernina. It does have the plus upgrade. Thank you, Dave. He's the one that took care of make sure that was all up to date for me. I sew on it all the time. It's fantastic. It will do everything and anything. And I sit here in my happy little chair with my desk. I can see Margaret on my TV screen and take notes from things that she's sharing on our wonderful YouTube channel. It's kind of a neat place to be. My husband definitely calls this my happy place. And the cool thing is, even the children have noticed that I really enjoy being down here. So Mom is happy, everybody's happy. Isn't that sort of the idea? So the big elephant in the room is, of course, my Longarm, my Q20 on the classic size frame. I did just recently add the Q-matic, so I'm still learning and playing with that. There's so much to do with all of these machines, guys. Any of them, not so much that the learning curve is so difficult, but that there's so much. For everything that I learn, I find that there are 3 more things that I want to learn and do some more. So I hope that you will enter the drawing for the Bernina $100,000 sweepstakes Dream Studio giveaway. I really love my studio. I love my space. It's a great spot to create. Some of you might recognize some of our block of the month things or our granny sampler things I've got on my design wall. I'd love to hear what your space looks like and maybe how you'd like to change it, maybe what you'd like to upgrade it. So check out the universityofsewing.com for a lot of the stuff I have in my space and so much more. And if there's anything we can do for you, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks.